Hello and welcome back. I'm going to do a quick check here to make sure everything is working and everything looks good today. Most excitingly, going into the game here, you can see that we do have our save file from last time, which is good. So if you didn't catch yesterday, the problem is that it turns out that the Raspberry Pi or the RetroPie, you have to exit out of your game back in the RetroPie menus in order for the game to turn your save file here into an actual file that it saves. So now we know, and hopefully that won't happen again. So we are going to get going, and today our journey takes us into the Watery Pass. The Watery Pass, as we learned from the nice people in the town of Capo here, is supposedly there's an old man who's kind of guarding the entrance to it, and we're gonna go find out what that's all about. But not here apparently. This is the wrong way. Don't mind me. It's been a while. Walking through the desert in full armor. I'm sure Cecil's fine. Believe me, I know from experience what walking around in full armor feels like, and I've never done it in a desert, but hey, I can imagine. I've done it in 90-degree weather. Oh, right, there we go. Can't forget to do this. There we go. Okay. Alright, moving along. I'm sure Cecil's very happy to go in this cave, because he's very hot. Here we are, the Watery Pass. And just like the name implies, it is a passage full of water. Here we are. Okay, so let's go up here first, because there's a couple of treasure chests. I love the music for this too. Well, not this. This is obviously the battle music, but you know what I mean. That Watery Pass music is really good. You'll notice I'm having Rydia defend again. She could, I'm going to have her try and hit that thing. Make her actually be useful here. But wizards, mages of all kinds in this game have a terrible hit percentage for physical attacks. So I'm sure she's going to actually be able to help out. Nice if she could, though. Oh, there we go. Bam, look at that. Doing something useful. I am not about to waste using her magic on these low-level creatures here. I know they're called water bugs, those things. I always thought they looked like eggs. Like fried eggs. Anyway. A couple of things here. I know this music was used for the Misty Cave that we were in as well, but I feel like this is where it really belongs. Like there's something about this track and this place in particular that just, it fits. I feel like it was written for this place. There's an old man up there, look at that. And he is blocking the way. See, they look like eggs. There we go. It'd be so much more useful, I think, once Cecil gains one more level, and these things are always one-hits for him. So even in the background on these battle screens, you can see rivers winding through this cave. I love that. It gives these caves like so much depth, if you will. Oh, really, Cecil? Come on, man. I'm paying you for. tent. Ooh, these guys I remember being kind of nasty. Maybe I'm wrong. We're gonna use a little bit of magic here. They're fish. To my mind, that makes them a water creature, so should be susceptible to lightning. And there we go. That Rydia doing something good. She gained a level. Didn't learn a spell this time. It's okay. Alright, who's this old man? What is he doing here? What does he want? All these things we're going to find out. What? You wield the dark sword? Help me, I beg you. So this is further evidence from what I was talking about on the first day, I think, where the people who wield the dark sword, who are dark knights, doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil in this game. I think it's just like an elite group of people, and someone who wields the dark sword is just seen as someone special. It's kind of like in the Lloyd Alexander books. There's the black sword. I think it's called Dernwin or something like that. I can't remember. But it's the black sword, and you would think, oh, that means it's a bad thing. But no, it's a really like special and important sword. I guess despite what it's called, it's the person who wields it who does the good or the bad with it. What? A wicked bard tricked my daughter to running away to Damcyan, and I sense evil in that direction of Damcyan. You must be the sage Tella. How Cecil knows him, I have no idea. Maybe like Gandalf, people have just heard of him. I don't know. I am Tella. I'm going to Damcyan to get my daughter who eloped. But a huge monster is blocking the way. My magic is not strong enough to defeat it. Your dark sword might help. And this girl is a caller? She is quite gifted, I sense. It's a little bit of Yoda creeping in there. Sorry. We are also on our way to Damcyan. Good. Let us work together to get to Damcyan. Let's hurry. There we go. So now we have a third party member for the first time in the game. Tella is equipped with a staff and just leather body armor. He has nothing for his head, nothing for his arms. Now I could go back to the town and get him a cap for his head and an iron ring, which will help his defense, but I'm not going to, because I'm guessing that we're probably going to find that somewhere in this cave, or maybe something even better. What we are going to do, though, is move him, even though notice his hit points and his level, he's got more hit points than Cecil does, and he's level 20. We're going to move him to the back row, I think, because his defense is probably not great. I don't remember. Cecil, defense 18. Yeah, Tella's defense is 5. So, the thing about Tella, though, is he has a lot of white and black magic that we haven't had access to yet. Most interestingly, you can see here he has Cure 2, but not Cure 1. So the thing with Tella, and what's really cool is I remember before I ever played this game, I was reading Nintendo Power, and he just looks like this wise old man. And there's a line in... I can't remember where it's from. Can't remember, but in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf says something that he, can't remember the way to go in Moria or something like that. It's like this guy has been around for so long and is so learned that he's learned more things. He's forgotten more things than we'll ever learn. I think that's the phrase. Okay, so we've got him with us now. Through here. Cave toads. Uh-oh. If I remember right, I think they can poison us or something. Does Tella have a better hit percentage than Rydia? Probably not. It's on you, Cecil, because I'm a person who doesn't like to use magic. Not on little things like this. I usually like to save it. Oh no, don't do it. Okay. So that toad spell literally turns your people into a toad. We don't want that to happen. Okay. Oh, one step. I took one step in. What do you know? Didn't we just leave this party? Yeah, you'll see they can't hit anything. But again, it makes sense, right? Like, this, she doesn't have the toad spell to come back from that. We'll have to fix that after the battle. It makes sense, right? Because Tella, the whole reason he was standing there, he's waiting for someone to come help him. He sees Cecil, and he immediately says, oh, you wield the dark sword, maybe you can help. Because this place, it's got some harder enemies, and again, Tella and Rydia can't hit anything because they're wizards. It's over here. Oh, that looks like the way to go, so we don't want to go there yet. I love RPGs. It's always, oh, that looks like the right way, so I want to go the complete opposite direction. Oh goodness. All right, who's got this? Come on. Any second, guys. Come on. Okay, Cecil, he can attack, but I don't think he's not going to do anything. There we go. Don't worry, Roddy will take care of this. Bam. All better. This looks so suspicious up here. Like, we haven't run into any of those invisible tunnels yet that I was talking about, but it really looks like it should be a spot where they have one. Oh, look at this. So with zombies and anything undead in this game, Cecil's Dark Sword can't do anything against it. That'll change later in the game once a certain thing happens, but not yet. They are, of course, weak to fire, though. Wow, he only got one of them. I feel like I should probably just use it again. But like, I hate wasting magic. Oh, look at that. Not bad. It's take the longest time in the world. Come on, Della. Oh, no. It's like waiting for a traffic light to turn green. Oh my goodness. There we go. You know what? I take it back. We can rely on Tella for everything. There we go. Nice. So even though Cecil only hits those guys for one hit point at a time, I can always rely on him to actually connect. Ooh, see, there's that iron ring I was talking about. Thanks for not letting us down, Watery Pass. 10, 5, and 1. So the stats here are, he's got his attack power at the top, his defense, and then his magic at the bottom. 10, 5, and 1, so raises his defense by 2 and his magic by 2. Not bad. Let's see what else is in the water here, if anything. That's going to be either the frustrating thing or interesting thing for anyone watching this, is as I make my way around completely blind. Well, not completely, but you know what I mean, like more or less blind, because it's been a while since I've played this. I used to know this game so well. When I was bored in like, what, 5th or 6th grade, I'd be able to, I would just write out all the different plot points of the game. Like, you know, where the characters go and when. Yeah, I got really bored when I was 10 and 11 years old. I need these guys to gain some levels. See, this looks like another place where there might be one of those invisible things. Like the water's coming from somewhere. Oh well. I've had enough of this. So amphibians and reptiles are weak to ice. Didn't do as much as I thought it would. I think it's amphibians and reptiles. Venom, I don't know what it does. I've never used it. Maybe it's poison. No, I think that's virus. And the other thing is, in this game, like, they don't tell you what the spells do. I think they corrected that in Final Fantasy VI. Come on. Oh! I don't know if I've ever been here before. I just assumed that there's going to be nothing here, and I was going to complain that, oh, like it's a waterfall. But at the same time, like there should be something here. But you know what? There was something here. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I ever knew about that. Cool. Just a second. We're gonna clean up the chat here because we got a bunch of spam garbage all of a sudden. Thanks for wasting our time, spam garbage. Alright, moving on. Can't get through there. Okay, so we're free to move on now. You can't skip between your people like you can in later Final Fantasy, so everyone has to take their turn. Nice, look at Tella go. Hit 2 things in a row. I am seriously impressed. Alright, let's go over here. Again, like, I haven't seen any of the secret passages yet in the walls, so that's why I'm so curious. I keep going over to them and trying to take a look. We'll start using some magic. Make things go faster. Actually use these other 2 characters that we have. Ooh, Cecil gained a level. That is good news. Come on. Okay, so there's definitely something down there. I can't remember if that's the way to go, or if that's not the way to go. Let's let Tella do something here. He's the slowest of the group, it seems, at the moment, despite his 20 levels. So you can see that he is a much more powerful wizard than Rydia. So Rydia is able to cast these spells, but Tella is able to deal real damage with them. Oh my goodness. Took 1 step. So I'm just having Cecil clean these up now because since he gained, I was just about to say, since he's gained a level, he shouldn't have any trouble killing these things in 1 hit, but, well, what do you know? Still having trouble. Maybe 1 more level? that would have come in handy. Until he's decided to start missing again. One of the nice things about this battle system is that the characters automatically redirect their target to a different enemy. If the enemy that I selected dies, they'll automatically redirect to a new enemy. And that's important because in the first Final Fantasy game, that was not the case. If an enemy was killed by a character in the party, then that was it. Everyone else's attack that was supposedly going to hit that guy just misses instead. But here, they are intelligent. They will redirect their attacks, which is nice. Until I do this again. So this is a long dungeon too, if I remember correctly. Like, we're only on the second level of it. I'm loving the music, but it goes pretty deep into the earth, I think. Don't know who built it. Perhaps it was built by dwarves. Perhaps they dug too deep. Who knows what they unleashed down at the bottom. We're gonna find out. Oh! So, I'm groaning because I accidentally I pressed the left button too late to select everybody, and so that lightning bolt only hit the one guy. Again, the controller I'm using looks like an SNES controller, feels like an SNES controller, but the buttons, the D-pad is just not great. Surprised. That's not good. I don't like surprises. I figure, hey, Tull's got a total of 90 magic points. Let's use some of them. Ooh. So maybe they're not weak to lightning. Maybe it's only, let's see. Reptiles are weak to ice. Water things are weak to lightning. I know I said amphibians before were weak to ice, but maybe that's in other games. I can't remember. Yeah, amphibians would be weak to ice, not lightning. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, this is nice here. I remember this. Let's take a rest. A special field here will protect us from monsters. We can use our tent or cabin and even save. Let's rest now and be prepared for the coming battle in my tent. A test I've never done is whether it is actually his tent and not one of yours. Like, do they take one out of your inventory and use it? I don't know. Fast asleep. She must have been very tired. You said she was a caller of mist. She seems very gifted as a magic user. With proper training, she will be able to wield the magic other than calling monsters. How sweet. Just like Anna's childhood. Anna is your only daughter. She ran away to Damcyan with the bard because I did not consent to their marriage. What do you want to go to Damcyan for? My friend is suffering from a terrible fever in Capo. So you need the sand ruby. So you too are in a hurry. What is the monster of this cavern? It's a horrifying monster with 8 huge tentacles. We must defeat it first to save Anna and your friend. Let's go. Saving our game, saving our game. Nice. Good job, Rydia. Good job. Oh my goodness, 2 steps that time. We're gonna let Tella zap these guys. Nice. Levels are good. Ice. Oh, ooh. So Tella currently has a staff, which is a white mage's weapon. It's useful for white magic stuff, and he can use anything, but so can Rydia. I think. Give it to her for now. So it took her attack points up by 2, but what it's really good for are certain enemies that we might encounter down here. When you hit something with it that's susceptible to it, like a reptile type enemy, then it does a ton of damage. Just taking it in. God, it looks so awesome. Giant waterfall there. Ooh. So I think on cave toads, if she can connect, it'll do a ton of damage. Could be wrong. Don't remember. And again, the wizards have such terrible hit rates that we probably won't see it anyway. Oh, there you go. 62 damage. How about that? That's not nothing. Whoa. Oh, and we're surprised too. That's all kinds of terrible. Thankfully, nothing bad has actually happened. Wow, they've pretty much wasted their surprise attack on us. Let's go after this thing. And we're gonna have Tella use lightning. 6 targets this time. Bam. Oof. Yeah, I think we split it up too much there. Maybe Rydia can get one in as well. I'll know for next time if we run into 6 guys, it will need 2 spells. Man, those eggs. I haven't been able to kill one yet. I'm about to waste more magic on him. I don't know how many hit points they have, but it's clearly a lot. And how are they water bugs? Like, how does that look like a bug? Alright, so we're just gonna avoid those guys from now on. We're not gonna use magic to try and kill them because it seems like we can't. Oh, okay, so here's one. This is apparently the first one. So, yeah, you guys should be able to see it too. It's like a darker, maybe more dark blue part of the screen here. It's a secret passage. In this case, for this first one, it doesn't do much. It's just an alternate way to get up the stairs, basically. But later on, I guess this is maybe the first time that the people in the game are seeing it, so they want to teach you how to do it just by its design. But that's what I was talking about way back on day one, way back, like last week. So we come through here, and now we can go up there, but we're not going to, because that's the way that we're supposed to go. We've got other things to do first. See, 86, damn. So I guess toads are weak to cold. So we're going to take this little secret passage here up and over. So let's see here. Healing magic hurts the undead. That's why I use that. Give Righty at least something to do. Even though it's not super useful, I think it'll be enough. But when Untitled to cast fire, it'll, incinerate them. Ooh, one survived. Nice. Finally. The ice rod is really proving its worth here. Okay, so here we are over here. Nice. Okay, leather hat, helmet. So she's wearing a cap, which isn't great. He's got nothing though, so we're going to give it to him. Some more defense. Make his magic better. When you're just wearing a hat, makes your magic better. Oh, speaking of magic, these guys, kind of like the zombies, don't take hits from physical damage. They only take damage from spells. I have no idea which spell they're weak against, or if they're just weak against magic in general. So, Righty is going to use ice, Tella is going to use fire, and we're going to see what we get here. Okay, so ice does a bit of damage, fire does more. So, they're weak against fire, apparently. Alright, continuing on. I love this part. Just look at that. I mean, it's really taking advantage of like the ability to have a foreground and a background in the Super Nintendo. Okay, so she doesn't have fire, so she's just gonna parry. Tella, this is all you. Like, that's awesome to me. That's just awesome. So you're walking along the ledge here, and you'll just look over the edge, and there's this river way down below. And you're just staring off into the distance here, and there's these massive pillars supporting the floor that you're on. And you can see way down there lakes and waterfalls formed by these underground rivers. Awesome. Just awesome. Ooh. So those alligators, I think, are nasty. I should have had Cecil go after him. Alligators are nasty in this game because they attack twice. So he did it once and then twice. You can see they can do 2 different targets as well. Not good. And lightning doesn't do anything to them because they're reptiles. This is what ice magic would be for. Because reptiles, cold-blooded animals, can't make their own body heat, they can freeze to death. There you go. That, I think, is the highest amount of damage we've seen so far. 300 and some. Was it 344? Yikes. Okay, we got those 2. Oh, there's the bridge. Okay. Come down here and see what we've got here. Just a heal. Darkness. We found the darkness. I have a friend, when I first lent this to him, he didn't know RPGs either, and he didn't know that he had to equip new items and things, and so he got all the way to like Mount Hobbs, I think, before I came over and showed him, figured out what the problem was, and the problem was that he hadn't equipped any new equipment. He'd still had the same stuff on that he had at the beginning of the game, just because he didn't know. Because we're all new to RPGs back then. So his attack is going to go from 17 to 27. He's basically unstoppable. So we can murder that alligator. We call that a murdering, but it's better. Basically, it doesn't matter because I'm going to do this battle with magic anyway. Nice. Nice. Warp is a cool spell. It will take you out of a dungeon. We can go out from here. The monster's in the cave beyond there. We should camp to regain our strength out there. There. Too many theres. So yeah, you're free to have this little respite here. We are going to use a tent and save. We got 7 tents. Love the artwork in this game. Looks great. We've got tents and cabins in this game. I can't remember if you've got cabins in Final Fantasy VI or not. You've got them in this game. Tents are basically what you want to use for a good chunk of the game, but at a certain point, cabins start being much more powerful. Tents don't heal you all the way after a certain point. Ooh, waterfalls. It's down here. And down we go. Music starts again. Look, we've got 2 of these things now. Come on. So I do want to be a little careful with my magic usage now, because we are, as Tella said, going to come up on that monster he was talking about. But I think to make our lives easier, we can use a little bit. Nice. Oh, we killed one. How about that? Ooh, power hit. Bam. Nice. Lots of gold, lots of experience. That's what we like to see. It doesn't look like anything's in this part. Yeah, this is another part where, obviously, again, we have to use magic. We could run, but there is a point where I was playing Final Fantasy VI, and I was running from a lot of things because I just wanted to get on with the story and not have to get tied down to random battles. And I was having a real tough time because I was underleveled. I didn't know what the issue was. So I talked to a friend, and he told me, he's like, oh, well, you're running from too many battles. You're not gaining experience to gain levels. And that's why you're having such a hard time. Oh. He says, yeah, so when you're playing, don't ever run from anything. And ever since then, that's what I've done. Don't run away from these enemies, because they may be tough, but at the same time, their experience points are valuable. They add up over time. Nearly there, nearly there. Okay. This looks promising. The darkness helmet and the darkness gauntlets. So taking his defense from 19 to 20, also raising his magic by 1. I don't know if that's magic or magic defense. I think it's just magic and it's kind of an all-encompassing thing. And darkness gauntlets as well. Nice. Ooh. So we had cave toads before, now we've got mad toads. Try and zap one with ice and see what that does. Nice, okay, so it does work. Take him out, Tella. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. We're just going to use attacks on these guys. I think we can clean them out pretty quick, especially if Rydia can connect with that ice rod. There's one down. I was really hoping she'd connect right there. Well, one more chance. Not that it really matters, because as soon as Cecil gets another turn, this thing will be dead. But hey, it'd be nice to kill it before then. Nope. Nope. Okay, we're doing fine. Lake. Dwells in the lake. What was the creature? Was there a name of the creature who dwelled in the lake right outside of Moria? Alright, so we got the darkness armor. I think it was called like the Watcher in the water or something like that. Darkness. Nice. So now he just needs the darkness shield to complete the set. And that looks like a pro. Ooh, this looks like a more immediate problem. Okay. Oh shoot, I targeted one by accident. So that one's definitely gonna die. But I think this will take 2 rounds of the fire spell. Which is okay, no problem. do it, I think. Just in case. Yep. Nice. Okay, so that looks ominous over there. We're not going to go there quite yet. Let's see if there's any other place. Oh my goodness. I really wish we'd stop running into enemies that take magic to kill. And we're about to run into the boss. Another friend at one point asked me if I was using, how often I used ethers in this game compared to other Final Fantasy games, and it's quite a lot. Like, you use them much more often, but they're also much more readily available. They're not a rare item like they are in other games. He's coming! Octomam. 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 Yikes, that is one ugly squid. Let's murder it. So Rydia could use lightning magic, but we're going to see if the Chikabo summoning that will be better. It is a water monster, so Tello will be using lightning. Rydia's going to need some healing already. Nice. So let's remember, 105 is the damage that she did with the Chikabo summon. Ooh. 222, that's awesome. Okay, she's going to now use... So she's got to be 105 for this to be better. Huh? It is better. And it's cheaper too. So we're going to use lightning with her. He is going to use Cure 2 on the three of us. Oh, jeez. Nice. No worries. I like how he loses his arms. Oh, see, that time she only did 65. Go back to the Chikabo. So, he loses his arms, and that kind of tells you, like, how much life he has left. I only did 35. I don't know why, like, their spells suddenly got so much weaker. Or maybe his defense is improving or something. Or maybe it's just RNG. Who knows? Not me. Damn, 150 that time. Good job. He's slowing down. Nice. 500 gold, 400 experience, not bad. Rydia gains a level, learns Toad, alright, good. So if we get turned into a frog, she can change us back. Now we can go to Damsine from behind this waterfall. And something else, I didn't even push a button, you just automatically did that. But here we are, on the other side of the Watery Pass. I am going to save here, and we're going to call it tonight because we've already been on for 51 minutes, and I do only want to do about an hour at a time. And what's coming up with the castle and the antlion cave, I think will be what we'll do next time. I think we're going to shoot for Fridays and Sundays from 8:30 to 9. I think that's a good time slot for me. I hope it is for any of you who would like to watch live, and we can talk about Final Fantasy stuff and other things. So join me. But with that said, that is all for this evening. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're tuning in now or whether you're tuning in at a later date. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.